And Bob, you have had a run-in with a whale
Yeah,
shark.
fascinating creatures. Just see them out there swimming around. I think the one that we saw was about 25, 30 feet in length. Yeah, much bigger than our boat, but Captain Johnny Walker got the call on the radio saying, and then we went out there and checked it out, and sure enough, spectacular sight. Once in a lifetime thing. I haven't only seen it one time in 33 years. We are looking at this photo right here. This has only happened 12 years now. This is my daughter's birthday today. Happy birthday, Emma. 12th birthday, 13, right around the corner. She's jumping for joy as the weather was perfect for her day off. And I'll tell you what, beautiful weather for all the area beaches we had up and down the coast. Now, there's a little red tide being reported. In fact, we're getting medium reports now of some red tide as far as the concentrations go. Into Englewood, there has been some reported fish kills as well as into respiratory problems near Venice, and there's samples being reported even in Manatee County now, some medium levels of red tide, which is strong enough, by the way, to cause fish kills. The full report comes out tomorrow from the FWC. We'll see how that plays out. Tomorrow's forecast looks like this: a few showers around, but not enough to spoil your beach plans, I don't think. In the morning, there's a little bit better chance for some coastal showers even into the early afternoon. Then most of it should start to move inland like we're seeing today later on in the afternoon and evening. We still have this persistent trough of low pressure out here in the Gulf of Mexico that refuses to budge. It's still out there creating some pretty big storms right now, about 90 miles offshore of the Sun Coast. And you can see some storms building in Hillsborough County right now, also into our interior counties like Hardy County, getting some pretty heavy storms, some outflow boundaries, creating some showers as a result of the west wind meeting those outflow boundaries and popping up near Wauchula and just south there, Zolfo Springs. And this forecast model is showing that some of this energy will move in during the early morning hours on Friday, and then the main focus will be inland. Now, that was one high resolution model. There's another model that's suggesting maybe scattered showers in the morning on the coast and even up until about 1 or 2 o'clock, and then most of it inland. The high pressure is still to the south, but it is working slowly in our direction. That's why the pressures are starting to come up now. That persistent trough is still there, though, and we'll be there on Friday. But I think by the weekend, it weekends, it starts to fade away a little bit, and we're continuing to watch this area. Very active shower and thunderstorm pattern. Nothing organized at this point. There's one tropical storm off in the Pacific, but the GFS forecast model continues and has done so for the past 5 days. Now, since we're only less than 8 days away from what possibly could be something, we're going to go ahead and show this to you. Normally, I don't show the GFS 10 days out because it sometimes spins things up rather quickly and sometimes falsely, but this one has been rather consistent, and it was pretty accurate in Alberto too. And you can see this system moving right in the eastern portion of the Gulf of Mexico, similar to Alberto, and then pushing off in toward the panhandle of Florida. You look at the dates here. This is Thursday of next Thursday and into Friday, so that would be the time we'd see it if we were going to see it at all. The European, by the way, and I showed this at 5:30, not showing that system at this point. Well, the temperatures will move away from that tropics and get to the current conditions. 85 now, nice day, nice evening as well planned right near the coast. The water temperature at 82 degrees. And as far as the forecast winds go, they'll be light now that high pressure is starting to build back in. So some light winds, and they'll be varying from the east to southeasterly direction. And then again, that sea breeze developing in the afternoon on Saturday and Sunday. And that rain chance, so it goes down, so the weekend is looking good. You'll see that here in a minute. In the 7-day southeast winds turn to the southwest for boaters at 10 knots. Here's the forecast then. 40% chance for showers and even a few isolated thunderstorms scattered about on Friday. We drop down to 20 on Saturday and Sunday. It looks good too, albeit warm, upper 80s for highs to near 90 degrees east of the interstate. And then we'll be watching the tropics closely come Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Adam?